It's being reported that as soon as today, Rigondeaux may be signing with Rock Nation Sports, November the 12th, 2015. He could be on the Cotto versus Canelo undercard against, of course, a late step in T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. Rigondeaux needs to have some fights. He's being, because he can't generate money, fighters don't want to fight him. But yet, it's condoned when Floyd Mayweather doesn't fight certain fighters like Keith Thurman, who I would like to see him fight because he doesn't bring in enough money. So, it's a double standard thing, but at the same time, Rigondeaux is a fighter that hardcore boxing fans want to see. I want to see Rigondeaux fight. I want to see the sweet science. I don't care, if the fight goes the whole 12 rounds. I don't care if only 20 punches were thrown by Rigondeaux in one round. He'll likely still win the round because he's just that damn good. So seeing him sign with Rock Nation Sports is not official yet, but it's Dan Rayfield reported on Twitter that and I'm looking at it right now, that he may be signing with Rock Nation as of today, and he may be on a Cotto versus Canelo undercard. But signing with Rock Nation, what does that really do for his career? He'll be more active, he'll have more fights, but he won't, I don't know if he'll be able to get the big fights, even though he'll be financially supported by Rock Nation. For example, I'm pretty sure if let's just say hypothetically, a Rigondeaux versus a Carl Frampton or a Scott Quigg, or a Leo Santa Cruz, or any of those fights went to a purse bid, I'm pretty sure that Rock Nation would make sure both sides are paid. So now if he does sign with Rock Nation, you can't say Rigondeaux doesn't bring in any money. He may not bring in the ratings, but at least he's going to make sure the fighter's getting paid. So that's the good thing. Well, one of the good things. But one bad thing is we don't know Rock Nation still being a new, growing, fast growing, very aggressive promotional company. We don't know what promoters they can work with and what promoters they cannot work with. So it's a situation where I'm thinking, okay, well, I would love to see him versus, let's say, for example, let's just throw out another fight, Rigondeaux versus Gary Russell. Let's say if he moves up to 120, let's just say, I'm throwing out fights. I'm just throwing out names. Let's just say, I would love to see him versus the winner of a Carl Frampton versus Scott Quigg. But can Rock Nation and Eddie Hearn, now that right there, I do feel that Rock Nation and Eddie Hearn Matchroom Sports or Cyclone Promotions will see. Put it this way. Carl Frampton is now an Al Heyman fighter. Rock Nation and Al Heyman do not have a working relationship. Rock Nation has been on the record to try to sign multiple Al Heyman fighters. They tried to sign Deontay Wilder. They tried to sign Adrian Broner. They tried to sign, I think they tried to sign Keith Thurman too, and a couple of other people that were under Al Heyman. And they have not put together a fight together yet, like where you don't see Rock Nation fighters, even though like any of their little roster negotiating with the side of Al Heyman. For example, Miguel Cotto is a Rock Nation fighter. I don't see, because of promotional issues, Miguel Cotto able to fight Peter Quillen or Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs or Peter Quillen are not even calling out Miguel Cotto, because that goes to show you that they know it's a promotional riff in there. So, and as I said, Cotto's a Rock Nation fighter. So the question I have is, what big fights will we be able to see out of Rigondeaux, if he signs with Rock Nation Promotions or Rock Nation Sports? What I don't see is, I don't see him fighting big names, but I do see him being active as far as Rock Nation Sports, is now officially aligned with HBO. I don't know if that's not the only network they're going to be working with, because Andre Ward fought on BET. They had a fight. Did they have fights on CBS Sports? I believe. I'm not quite sure, but we know now that's Al Heyman territory. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm hoping that Rigondeaux signs with Rock Nation. Also, his original promoters, or his primary promoter, is Career Promotions. I think there's some dipshits, by the way, just my personal opinion from what I've seen, happen with his career. But I'm hearing that it hasn't been his promoter. It's been his manager, Gary Hyde. And, I heard that before. I don't know why I didn't bring it up. But, like aligning with Rock Nation Sports, that eliminates the money issue with saying Rigondeaux don't bring in no money. Because you can't tell me that Rigondeaux is not going to be making $1 million or $1 million plus a fight now. You can't tell me. But if he is on the Cotto versus Canelo undercard, I'm going to be getting on that immediately, trying to see, what names they're throwing out there. Of course, it's not going to be, no big name in 1 week's notice. And he's also supposed to be fighting next month in December. So I'm wondering, against, I believe his name is Jose Reyes, for the WBC for the vacant. Rigondeaux is supposed to be fighting next month in a fight that has something to do with the WBC title that's at 122 pounds that was vacated by Leo Santa Cruz. I don't know if he's fighting in an eliminator for that fight, or I don't know if he's fighting for the actual WBC title. But if you don't know, he's been stripped of his WBA and his WBO titles at 122 pounds. Imagine Rigondeaux was 122 pounds, within a week. So, like I say, I don't know what Rock Nation can really do, but we'll just have to see. But it's good news that he is going to be with a promotional company that's going to be aggressive and active with him as far as getting him out there and getting him, like on television, not fighting over in Japan and, in Macau. T Street Controversy Live.